Hi everyone. So, bit of bookkeeping first. I just had a filling. So don't worry, it's not a stroke. I've just had half of my face frozen. Uh, anyway, that was a couple of hours ago. So, hopefully I won't be drooling too much. Let's test it out. Things seem to be working correctly. Uh, this is great. I should go and get in a fight. Um, Apropos of that, I'm playing Anthem today. So, the discourse on this game is fraught. Uh, I've been playing it a little bit. I've been playing it a bit at home, and TLDR, it's fine. That's probably not good enough. It's fine. But let's play it a bit, because there are some enjoyable parts to it. I'm gonna regret this once the numbing wears off. So let's play. Let's play. Uh, and scene. As soon as it loads. I'm going to be starting a new character, so you can all we'll do the Newday Tewsday thing. Foxmar, I am in Discord right now, so if you feel like hopping in, feel free to hop in. It is a multiplayer game, but I'm going to go through the initial steps solo. Oh, I mean it's the continued TLDR on Anthem is that it's fine, right? It's competently made. It has bugs, like you'd expect. It has things I don't super enjoy. I don't know if it's the home run that BioWare might need. You know? I don't know. I am not privy to internal EA affairs, but I do get the impression that BioWare needed a win. It needed a win. Yes, I've turned up the room like several times now. Yeah, like it's fine. It's enjoyable. There's good parts to it. So let's start off. This is amazing. I should have this done more often. Like, okay. The looter-shooter market may be a bit crowded. I think you need something quite exceptional to drag. Let's play. Let's play.
The gods who built it vanished. leaving behind their instruments that aimlessly reshape the land. These ancient relics harness an unknowable force we call the Anthem of Creation. But the Anthem refuses to be controlled. To survive, our ancestors invented the javelins and built cities with great walls. Today, it falls to a dedicated group of heroes to face the chaos, protect our homes, and fight for our very survival. We are freelancers. We leap head-on into danger, rescuing the lost, keeping the monsters at bay, and silencing the Anthem's terrible cataclysms. But not all cataclysms are created equal. And even freelancers are wary of the untamed power of the Anthem.
This is it. Close as we get with the Striders.
Agreed. Looks like we fly from here. Alec, you hear that?
Yep. All teams, get ciphers to their amplifiers. Let's go!
Freelancer, we're a long way from the cenotaph, and the storm is worse than we thought.
Okay, this is as close as we're gonna get to the center without the Strider getting ripped to shreds. Let's go, freelancers. Suit up!
How crazy will this get?
No idea. Never tried to shut down a cataclysm this big.
Oh, steady, Faye. None of us come out of this alive without our cipher.
Stay safe out there. Remember, we're a team. I'm right there with you.
Okay, freelancer. You might be new, but you won't be here if you didn't show promise.
Hey, Helen, what's up? Waiting for it to die down out there? Let's go!
Thought you could use a head start.
See you at the cenotaph. We're heading out.
Okay, everyone. Let's stop this cataclysm from growing. From killing everything.
I don't know, Alec. Haven't seen anything like this before.
Look, everyone. I won't be here if I thought this storm could beat me, right? The Rage is no different than the hundreds of other Shaper ruins we've dealt with. It's just bigger. This is what we do. So we're gonna go in there and we're gonna take on whatever unholy beast it spits at us, and we're going to tame that thing. Together.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Ready, Javelin 1?
Ooh, ready. Strong alone, stronger together.
Storm gets worse ahead. Trying to find a calm pocket for you. Steady, Miller. Your heart rate is too high. Alec, check in, please.
A little busy, Penny. No worries on me. That one.
Team, our rookies handled with a wyvern. Freelancer, thank goodness you survived, but your Javelin needs a restart. I'll bring systems back one at a time. Starting voice recognition.
Simple enough. My other freelancer chose the male voice, so I'll choose the female voice for this one, because I want to see how it's different.
Faye? Faye, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. That was a bad fall. How's your head? You remember the mission?
I think so. Where am I?
You're in a cataclysm, terrible storm, called the Heart of Rage. You need to get to the center and shut it down by silencing the cenotaph.
Got it.
All right.
Your suit is still critical. Grab a repair pack when you can. You've got a bit of a climb to catch up. Halleck?
Yep.
She's up and heading your way.
How's it going back there? What's your ETA?
Dunno. Faye?
Not too far, just... Oh, no, sorry. Can't talk. Be right back.
What's going on?
So,
Good. Now you have partial boosters
I mean-
at least.
this is cool, right?
Team, the Cypher from Strider 2 is down. Comatose.
His masters are flying blind? Never mind that, Alec. We've got it tight. Holy crap.
Lag. Ah, it burns.
On my way. Hang tough, everyone.
Well, this is embarrassing. Where am I even going here? There we go. Okay, this is normal. Up. We're going up. How? Gamers can't look up. Boing! Why am I so bad at video games? This is normal.
Faye, I've got debris blocking my path.
Part of the Dominion Strider. From when they attacked the city. Those fuel canisters are explosive, by the way.
Okay, so we've got the primer detonator system.
Freelancers down. Cyphers in comas.
Comas?
From hearing the anthem.
How are you doing, Faye? Are you okay?
So far, but I can hear it too.
Ruh-roh.
What the? Miller, I found your Titan.
This cataclysm is creating them like a handful.
Faye, you still there?
Yes? You've got down freelancers ahead, sending distress signals. They're the ones from Strider
okay.
2. Their javelins need repair. Get them moving.
Okay, okay, just give me a second. Okay, just...
There's 3 altogether. They're on short distance radio.
Okay.
Since I'm not connected to them, I might not be able to guide you.
Oh, right. Oh, wait, we didn't complete the revive on this guy.
Hang tight. Thanks, sister. Your Cypher's in a coma. Back to the Strider.
Where's the last one? Oh, you're over there. I mean, this isn't unenjoyable.
I got you, freelancer. Gonna try. I took Got a Titan on the bridge above.
Leave it. We've got one up here too.
They're all over the place.
I'll need to go around. Which way, Faye?
Hey,
Well, that looks bad.
Never mind. Titan here just blasted the wall out. Give me a shortcut.
We really need your help.
Gotcha. On my way. How close am I, Faye?
Hey, Adair, get her out to his left.
The Anthem. It wants to consume me. To show me.
Faye, snap out of it. What do you got for us?
Oh, sorry. The whole team from Strider 3 is gone.
Miller, pull back. See if we can flank it.
Strider 14 is in retreat. If they make it, mission seems to...
Hurry up. Where are you?
Trying. I swear.
It's all wrong. It's all done. Come back. Retreat. I can hear the anthem of creation.
Faye! Are we supposed to fall back?
We're fine. We push on. Right, team?
I'm in.
I'm in.
rookie, there you are. Get in here.
Faye's calling a retreat.
We got this.
Almost there.
Team, you need to retreat.
So, this would have been fun to actually do.
Not good.
He's gone. I'm sorry.
This thing is going down. Come on. Adair!
No!
Get back to the Strider. This mission is over.
I can do it. Look at this, Faye. We have to silence the cenotaph.
Please, I'm barely holding it together.
Retreat isn't an option. Not now. We got this bastard.
We have to get out of here.
No. We push on.
We're the only ones left.
Think about Miller and Adair. All the others. You being a coward.
I'm no coward.
No?
You want to push forward until I get killed? Until we both get killed?
Where'd that come from?
Let's go. Faye, we're coming back.
No!
They beat us, Alec. We need to regroup.
It can't beat us. Rookie, don't you dare pull me out of here.
I mean, like, whatever. There are a bunch of mooks who die. We don't necessarily need to know who they are any more than we need to know, like... No, not Red Leader in Star Wars.
During the failed attempt to silence the Heart of Rage, we lost more than freelancers, more than friends and comrades. We lost the faith of the people we protect. So the freelancers scattered, searching for ways to redeem themselves. The few who remained carried on, finding new allies where they could. Doing their best to help a people who no longer called the freelancers heroes.
I'm at the coordinates, Owen.
Impressive entrance as usual.
Nice to be appreciated.
Ah, don't sell yourself short, mate. Aside for good and ask.
Everybody loves Grabbits.
You could ask, but not many of us left.
The relay's a short flight away.
Easy contract so far.
Easy keeps you alive.
Wouldn't call this living, inspecting sensors every month.
Yeah, pays the bills.
Not exactly the freelancer model.
Yeah. So the freelancers are back on their feet. We can enjoy all the gorgeous scenery Bastion has to offer.
Flying around it is even better.
See, this
Now
is
I'm
great.
jealous.
I've read a lot of criticisms where people are like, all you do is fly around these big, open vistas with no monsters. And I'm like, that rules. That rules. I love this.
Just needs a hard reset.
This is gorgeous. This is literally gorgeous. Also, the flight is very snappy. It feels fun. You can... Wrong button again.
This should get the early warning network back up. Good, that did it. You'll need to manually check the sensors now. First one's nearby.
Ooh.
Or maybe grab some supplies before you go.
I mean, this mission is just like, you don't do any...
Jungle's full of useful stuff.
It would be nice if you had, like, something super interesting to do, but then again, this is a starter mission. I think it's reasonable that the early missions take off with something, or start you off with something that takes advantage of your literacy as a gamer. As somebody who's probably a bit familiar with these styles of games, to kind of graduate you into what hopefully turns into interesting gameplay.
You're the first in months. Maps for this area are sketchy.
And also, I think I can buy the thing where the freelancers fucked up. They are the people whose responsibility it is to deal with this problem. They failed, things were bad, and... yeah. It's, in a lot of situations where people do dangerous things... How many, considering how dangerous the Anthem of Creation is we're told how dangerous these cataclysms are, I think it's reasonable to say that this is something like, you know, your country's nuclear regulation agency, whoopsies, accidentally is a reactor. Right? I think that's the kind of analogy that they're going for here.
I'm going into the ravine.
Oh, there's the first sensor. I need you to access it.
The Anthem of Creation is the phenomenon that allowed the people who created this world to, well, continue that creation. It's described in terms that are a bit similar to the Royal
Stick close
in
so I can get a read
Zendikar
on the shape
in
energy.
Magic.
Hang on. I'm detecting movement. Looks like scorpions.
So here we are defending a thing while monsters come at us.
Scorpions are riled up.
When aren't they? Probably haven't tasted fresh freelancer in a while.
Won't be today.
Aha! Convince them.
We have a radar. It tells us where things are.
Hang in there. I'm still waiting for a reading.
Don't need that grenade. Stand inside the circle. Do the thing.
Almost got it.
That's not...
Sorry, you need to stay near the sensor so
I
I can get a
thank you,
reading.
guy. I had to run out because the thing dropped out there.
Alright, readings are coming through.
What?
It's mostly normal.
Mostly. This is the early warning system. If it's detecting something.
Yeah, no sign of shaper energy. Get to the next sensor. Oh, waterfall ahead if you want to cool your suit.
Handy in a pinch.
You're coming up on the next sensor. Check it out for me, will you?
Why can't I pet the grabbits? I want to pet the grabbits. Holy fucking shit, y'all. Why can't I scritch them? I want to scritch them.
Wait there while I get a reading.
No sign of scorpions, at least. They're aggressive today. Owen, what's going on? Why are all the birds leaving?
I'm working on it. Got a reading. Not good. Possible shaper energy detected. Get to the next sensor. We can narrow it down.
Birds might have had the right idea.
Like, they're habituated to people, or they have no context for us. And it just rolled over. It clearly wants to be scritched. Why can't I scritch them? Like, look at this shit. Look at this. This is cool. What are these steps called? Aren't they in India? Or in Southeast Asia somewhere? These are based on an actual, like, thing. See, I interpreted this as the Anthem made these. This is just what the Anthem does sometimes. I don't believe humans made this. I think this is just what the world occasionally spontaneously generates. I don't think humans carved the enormous statues we see everywhere.
Owen, how bad can this get?
You were in the heart of Rage, weren't you?
Don't even think it.
See these ruins? There's a theory a Shaper relic flipped gravity for a day.
Uh-huh.
Wouldn't it be cool if that ever happened in this game?
Last sensors nearby.
Nice library circling.
I see them. Fire breathers. Still need to get a reading.
Yeah, I've played several hours of it. It's fun. The problem is that a lot of it's fun. It's just... I don't really think there's any problem with having the mission, your first mission, be something pretty straightforward. I would also have liked to see something a bit more dramatic, I think. But as far as looter shooters go, this is something where I'm like, okay, I can just focus on learning the mechanics of my suit and how the game wants to operate while doing something I'm pretty familiar with already.
Oh crap!
What?
Shaper energy off the charts. An unstable relic in the area. The bad one. I've got a probable location.
On it.
Can I do a loop-de-loop? No? Okay. That would have been fun. Lunk.
Watertight seals are holding. Shall I call in more freelancers?
No
See,
time.
this is neat.
Can't risk this getting worse.
This is neat.
Here we go.
Shaper ruins. We're on the right trail.
Looks like an echo lock we need to open.
I've dealt with these. Look around at the floating lights. They're the echoes. Grab them and bring them to the door. Your javelin can hold 3 at a time. That's it. A fragment of Anthem energy gone astray. It's working, but you'd have to ask an Arcanist why. You'll need more echoes. You're getting the hang of it. You'll need more. That should be enough. Let's see if the door opens. Aha! That did it. We're in.
Like, okay, basically what it is the... From what I understand, having played a bit of the game,
Even for a Shaper ruin.
What's it for?
Raise a mountain, carve out an ocean, spawn some new monstrosity.
There has to be some reason for it all.
It's the riddle of our world. And this one's waking up. I detect intense energy deeper in.
the Anthem is a phenomenon that reshapes the world, kind of spontaneously, pseudo-randomly.
Someone else made it down here.
Sometimes it,
Made it back out.
as they say, creates a mountain, carves out an ocean. Sometimes it spits out an interesting new form of life.
What's all this?
Many of the monsters we fight are created by the Anthem. I guess technically everything is created by the Anthem. Maybe even humans. And it is without its creators. right? The Anthem was made by what we call the Shapers in order to allow them to keep the world malleable. Now all the Shapers are gone, and we have to kind of live with the consequences of the thing that they made. Ow.
Careful! Too much of that, you'll overload.
Damn!
Javelin overloaded.
Okay, the...
Oi, what?
Are they kidding?
Apparently it's not Control AD to
Keep going,
dodge.
Relics, not far.
I lost flight control.
I'm trying to reset, hang on.
A or
Oh,
D first,
good.
then Control?
It's just water.
Okay.
Owen?
Controls restored, you're back. That's the relic up there. Big one too, you'll need to silence it.
Where do I start?
Some echoes have shaken loose. Find them and get them back in place.
Did we collect that one? Nope.
Got one.
You know the drill, you'll need more.
Whee.
It's working. Keep the echoes coming and we'll collapse the energy pockets.
What's the relic doing?
I can't tell, but the energy pocket's getting bigger. Something's forming in there.
What is it?
I mean, anything is possible. Look at the waterfalls, they're going backwards. Just think. The Anthem's being harnessed in there. Pure creation, something totally new forming.
New and dangerous.
Blame that on the Shapers. It's still amazing.
There. Last echo.
You did it. That should silence it.
It didn't hold.
I see! Damn, it's starting. You've got company?
Owen, talk to me.
Yes, I'm trying to work it out. Shaper energy's still increasing. These are just a warm-up, a prelude to a cataclysm.
Doesn't feel like a warm-up.
I told you anything's possible. You've got to power through it, mate, or else it's going to get a whole lot worse.
I'm clear, Owen.
Good. I think we can still stop this. Those fragments of the relic that blew out, grab them and put them back together. Oh, and fun wrinkle, more company's on the way.
Got one.
Now carry it over and put it in place.
Fragments in.
Now the others. Keep at it and you'll survive this. Almost certainly.
Owen, something in there's growling.
Something biological, that's all I can say for sure.
Yikes.
Owen, what's happening in there?
There's something, has teeth. Lots of them. Hurry!
How many teeth?
Size is the real problem.
What's that mean?
Large! Considerable! Get a move on!
Okay. Last one. Here goes.
Careful. Anything's...
Possible. I know.
You know, I heard a relic made a guy vanish into thin air once, and no idea where he went. Which isn't as lucky as the freelancer whose guts were turned inside out.
How's that lucky?
At least he died and got it over with.
This is a pain.
They all are. Indecipherable puzzles that only make sense to shapers.
No, I mean there's ice jamming it up.
We're out of time. Silence it.
I'm trying to.
Well, nobody told him. It's an R6.
It's not working.
I'll put it back into it.
Got it.
Well, at least now I've got a new story. That time a relic spawned a giant R6 that almost ate you whole.
Yeah, a classic for the ages. I'd say that fulfills the contract.
Time to get back to Fort Tarsus. To a job well done.
The only kind there is. I'm on my way.
Yeah, it would have been fun if we got to fight that boss monster. Right? Either of the boss monsters that we've seen in these missions. So, okay, the Anthem is largely uncontrolled. It occasionally manifests in ultra hotspots called cataclysms that can wreck things. And it's our job to control those. We do that by trying to reactivate whatever control systems actually exist for the Anthem. That's fine. I enjoy the jetpack gameplay. First mission is pretty standard looter shooter stuff, and I think that's probably also fine, right? We're trying to digest a lot here. And keeping the mission as something pretty recognizable, I think, is wise. We're the troubleshooters. We find the trouble and then shoot it. Play metal style. I still don't know what these are. Sage versus soldier versus artillery.
Hello.
Hey, Foxmar. Chat, say hello to Foxmar 320. How's it going? You know, all right. So we got a ton of loot, and we'll talk about, like, the loot doesn't feel inspiring, I guess. There's, like, 3 kinds of each different kind of gun.
Yeah.
They go, each of those guns goes from common to, was it Masterwork?
Masterwork, yeah.
And they don't really change, and that strikes me as being kind of not terribly inspiring.
One of the main complaints is it's a looter shooter with boring loot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like, I saw one reviewer took a screenshot of the first gun you start with, and then took a screenshot of that gun in its masterwork form. They look exactly the same. The only difference is the numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be nice if they looked a bit more polished or snappy.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, have some kind of, I don't know, like, just make them look fancier.
What do we get?
Give us a reason to want them.
Who am I? Like, the real end game in most of these, I feel, is the fashion game, right? And you have to be able to look cool, I feel, right? As was it Penny Arcade many years ago said, like, you need to be able to ride that shit through Iron Forge.
Yeah.
See, this is another.
You actually get to see your face in the game. No.
See, I think what they did was they wanted Fort Tarsus to be kind of like immediate and personal, right? They wanted it to be you, right? They wanted people making eye contact with you when you're talking with an NPC. They wanted people addressing you. They wanted things happening to you. And for that, they wanted it to be first person. And when they want you to be flying around in your javelin, I think they want it to feel suddenly open and free and expansive, like like the javelin's sensors have suddenly expanded your own sensorium, right? But that does mean that you basically never get to see your character.
Yeah.
I can understand those design decisions.
Maybe your face shows up again in the ending. I'm halfway through the story and I haven't seen my face again. I don't even know which one I picked.
I kind of like this jaw scar here. Also, I dig this hair. Although this side part is pretty cool. And I'll just use my standard name. Oh, you get to see your face if you have the default helmet during matchmaking?
Here we are, back in Fort Tarsus. The last stop on the Bastion frontier.
If it isn't my favorite freelancer. I hear you've been busy.
You know how it is, though. Another day, another disaster averted.
What have you done this time?
Nothing. My armor's fine. Probably. I hope.
Welcome home. You should swing by my amplifier in the Enclave.
Something wrong?
No, not wrong. More like fun. Drop on by whenever.
So, this is Fort Tarsus. This is the... Well, I won't say the social hub, because it's only ever you in here. Which means you don't get to see other freelancers unless you go into, what is it, the armory? No, the launch bay?
Launch bay.
Launch bay.
Yeah.
So, you get to see other people there, but I don't really think there's much to do in the launch bay.
It's the same stuff you can do in the fort, just condensed into one room.
Right.
And other people are there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And again, I can see the logic of wanting to... there is only one freelancer who is doing all this, right? That's you. That's the power fantasy, is that you are the character who's doing all this stuff. And to that extent, it kind of makes sense that this is not an online environment. That does mean nobody else gets to see you. You don't get to see anyone else. It's it's a trade-off.
Look
right?
who's back in one piece.
So, did you expect me in more pieces than one?
You? Never. I
It's
trust
not
you
Iron
brought me
Forge.
work. Always good to give your javelin the once over after a run. What have you done this time?
Nothing you can't fix.
Flattery, huh? You must have done a number out there.
Nothing too crazy.
Are we using your skill for crazy or mine? Scars, beasts, relic-based nonsense. Some people stay on this side of the wall. Others, well, since you love running into that kind of stuff, you better be careful.
That's what a good javelin's for. And why I get an expert for the once over.
All right, sweet
See,
talker.
The voicing in this, the fact that we call her Zoe
Cavalier attitude of yours.
You're the best.
I'm aware.
makes me feel like I've been mispronouncing friends' names for a very long time. Right? Like, because that name should be Zoe.
Yeah.
Right? Right? Or am I hallucinating?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Okay.
It sounds like a nickname that, we know her that well, that that's just the nickname we call her.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Ooh, thing to pick up. Add to Cortex. The first cipher was lost to the Anthem of Creation, and now she stands guard. Interesting. I wonder what the ciphers are. Maybe they'll tell us. Okay. So it kind of like gives us lore pickups. This is the kind of mission area for the freelancers. Neat.
Big job, yes?
Yeah, you see what I mean? You picked up on that, right? Little warble? It's warbling, right?
All readings fall within acceptable tolerances.
You gotta look past the numbers for once in your life. Something is off. The connection is a bit fuzzy.
How do you quantify fuzzy?
You don't quantify fuzzy. You don't measure it. You don't count it. It's nothing like that. It's a feeling.
Everything okay here, Owen?
Yeah, well, on your last mission, I noticed that the cipher chair was giving off some very strange feedback.
All readings fall within acceptable tolerances.
You know, it's your call, but if you ignore it and something goes wrong...
I will find an arcanist and perform a full protocol inspection on this unit.
There's nothing wrong with the chair, is there?
No.
Why are you always stirring up trouble?
What are you talking about? I've just done her a massive favor. You've got no idea how boring it is being a Fort Cipher. She does not get to work with a freelancer. She does not get to see the world through the eyes of a javelin pilot. No. You know what she gets to do? She gets to relay official messages back and forth to ciphers at the Capitol day after day after day.
Some people like boring. Not everyone's cut out to be a freelancer.
So you have said. But you have to admit, that last mission would have gone better with a partner.
I have a partner. You. Every good javelin pilot needs a cipher.
That is not what I meant. Look, if I had a suit of my own, I could be out there in the field with you.
Dial down your boosters, hotshot. With more training, you'll get your chance. I promise.
Fine. Not like we could afford a spare suit anyway. Job board is empty.
We'll figure something out. We always do.
Yeah. Do you ever regret missing out on the glory days? Back when freelancers were treated like heroes. Contracts would just fall into their laps. Everywhere they went, they were given respect. And free sandwiches.
Free sandwiches?
Yeah, I haven't had my lunch yet. I'm starving. We're on a tight budget here.
Budget has room for sandwiches.
You're probably right. You know what? Why don't you head over to the forge, get your javelin tuned up, so we're ready to roll if a contract does fall into our laps.
Yeah, I think people need to chill out a little bit on wanting to physically assault the NPCs. Maybe just dial it down a little bit. I think he's a fun character.
Scars are getting bold. You can't deny it. It's happening.
All right. Well, let's
Can you believe all the mess out here?
Owen, you need something?
What are you talking about? I just got a message from you saying to meet you at the forge.
I didn't send any. Why would I want to meet up here? Something's not right.
We need you to speak in private. My name is Tassa.
Do you always travel with a security escort?
Not always. The Sentinels have their uses.
Well, you make a hell of an entrance, I'll give you that.
I have a contract for you, freelancer.
I like to know who I'm working for before I take a job.
Really? From what I hear, two of you will take about any job you can get these days.
What's the job?
An Arcanist has gone missing.
Missing? I thought Arcanists just hung out in labs studying Shaper relics.
Matthias Sumner was investigating some relics at a ruin near the fort. I need you to find him and bring him back home safe.
If he's still alive.
No one knows more about the dangers of Shaper artifacts. I'm confident that knowledge and his own resourcefulness will keep him alive until you find him. What do you say, freelancer? Make it worth your while.
Owen, looks like the freelancer's right again. Well, us, anyway.
Excuse me, I just got a That is excellent. I will then run my diagnostics. Let me know when you're ready to leave. It was a pleasure.
On behalf of myself and Matthias, thank you for doing this.
Okay, and if I have...
Fine, Matthias. Trust me, I'm a person you want to know.
Oh, she seems nice.
Yeah. Okay.
The Enclave has seen better days, hasn't it? There's more
Ah, the forge. Now you can customize your stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I wish there were more ways to change the look of your javelin, which seems like an odd complaint considering the ways in which you can. There's a hell of a lot of ways to customize how your javelin looks.
Mm-hmm.
None of it changes the silhouette meaningfully.
No.
Right? There have been a couple of, like, decent videos critiquing this.
Yeah. The truck nuts video from Polygon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I approve of that video. One of the complaints I've seen is there's not a lot of javelin parts that you can actually get in the game. Like,
yeah.
If you have the limited edition, you get that one set.
Yes.
And then there's the set that you have by default, and then I think there's one set you can purchase in the game right now, like using your coins.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is through the microtransaction thing, and even then it's only like one more set.
Yeah, which is odd because it looks like there's mountains of space for it.
Oh yeah. It's the same with the emote slots. There's like not very many.
Mm-hmm.
But that emotes get added all the time in live service games, so it's not really an issue either.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess my complaint isn't that you're not allowed to change the silhouette, because the silhouette is important in multiplayer games for identifying what people are and what their role can be expected to
Mm-hmm.
or what can be expected of them. I guess what I mean is that you never get to really feel like you've leveled up your javelin significantly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my baseline for comparisons in this is Destiny 2, where you go from, at the beginning of the campaign, wearing your busted up parade armor, to having a set of, like, functionally, like, serviceable blue armor that is not torn up, but not very spectacular looking by the end of the single-player campaign, to having your raid armor, right? Which is where you're supposed to look and feel cool.
Yeah, where you just look like you walk by in the tower and people turn their heads and go like, wow.
Yeah, the shit that you want to ride through Ironforge.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got to make my javelin look all boring now by changing it all to, like, certain shades of gray.
Uh-oh. Not going to go for the flashy colors.
I mean, I kind of like the, what is it, the War Machine vibe.
Yeah.
And I get that, like, you are supposed to be kind of wearing the same suit, right?
Yeah.
And I think at some point you get to... Oh, no. There it is. I can just be clean and polished now. Thanks, Zoe. And then...
Zoe knows what's up.
Yeah. We can affix different stickers. Like, different deco sets.
I'm still disappointed they don't just have bumper stickers.
Yeah.
I just want one right across my javelin's butt.
See, like, I just wish there's so much space here for different animations, and it's such a fun way of adding a bit of personality.
Yeah, if you look under the, where it says buy on the equip animation screen, there's like one there.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, there's three, but still.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's...
Look at all the space.
Yeah. It really seems to tease a lot that doesn't materialize. Yeah, if you could just get like a juicy couture bumper sticker across your ass, that would be.
Ooh. I just thought about something. The Colossus has that giant shield. I wonder if you can put vinyls directly on the shield.
Oh, that would be nice. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, just that's a lot of advertising space right there. Like, get like cup noodle on it or something.
Oh my god, yes. And like other people have pointed out correctly that there's no unified character sheet for your javelin, right? If you look at all the different components you're mounting, they will have things like weapon mag size, right? Plus to critical. Nowhere is that collated for you. Right? It doesn't show you like a complete list of what all of your components are doing. And
yeah,
the question that I saw being asked was, how did they test anything then? Right? Like how did they, if this isn't available to the player, how did BioWare test what these things were doing? Which I think is an interesting question, because it definitely suggests that there would be some kind of way for them to do that.
I especially like it when you get access to like support gear and component slots, and you get items that say increases whatever by 5%. 5% of what? What are my numbers?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is 5%?
Like, this 5% means nothing if I have no idea what the number is.
And these things are fixable. Right?
Everything
I don't know.
Is fixable. Yeah.
Yeah. There's nothing broken with this game. I don't think. It has problems. It has significant problems. I think it's also, you have to know that this suit has not had time to air out since our last mission.
Oh god, it's super sweaty in there.
Yeah, like you just slip your legs in and you feel the padding on the inside of the javelin just release a bunch of sweat, like a squeezed dish sponge. And when the back hatch opens after a mission, there's just steam.
I imagine when
like yellow steam.
Zoe goes to work on it, the first thing she has to do is get some Febreze.
Yeah, and just
spray
like
in there. But kick me an invite so I can jump in.
Oh yeah. Tracked mission. Okay. Squad.
Yeah, this is another thing I personally had issues with, is the fact that you can't just jump in with a friend.
I think that's something that it really needs. Also, there's no confirmation here. Did I send you an invite?
Yep, I'm in team.
Okay.
And I have readied up.
Okay. Let's rumble. Hold on, I'm going to change the privacy settings to private.
I do wish... I understand why they have privacy settings on public by default, but I wish that you could turn it on to private and it would stay there.
I'm going to also move us over to hard, just so we have a bit better rewards, because honestly, it's not that hard.
Oh, I got to ready up again.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no visual that you actually sent the invite either. And also, if you receive an invite and you miss the prompt on the screen, you won't have ever noticed you got one. It's only on their screen for like 5 seconds.
Yeah. Like, these are problems with the game. Which are frustrating, because I think, like, I keep saying this about these games, about these looter-shooter or games as services, that the bones are good. Right? I wish this wasn't the core of most of my reviews. I think the developers did a fine job with the tasks they were given. And the core gameplay is entertaining. It's fun. The problem with the game is that there's nothing on the bones really right now. I wish I didn't have to keep saying that this game would be fine in a year.
Here we are, Freelancer. You ready to jump in?
Yes, I am.
Well then, let's not keep that big bad world waiting. Our contract is to locate an Arcanist named Matthias. Tassin has given us...
This is a nitpick issue, but I would love to know a marker of the direction I'm supposed to go while he's still talking.
That I agree with 100%.
It's a nitpicky thing, but, you know.
I want to be able to fly around while I'm being given my mission briefing.
Yep. Now, I do like the fact that your javelin overheats, and that getting near source of the water, or doing a deep dive while you're flying, cools your suit off.
I also like
thought that's a nice touch.
Yeah, like the dive while to cool off is good.
Yep.
Oh, hang on. Detecting another radio. Same frequency.
Must be more than one camp. Let's follow that signal.
There we go.
Yep. You will be, since you're the one streaming, you will be taking point. I am following you.
That sounds very generous. Oh, it's a thing. It's a glowy thing. Get the thing.
Yep. Because I do not want to trigger another one of my nitpicks, which is get too far ahead and pull the other person forward through a loading screen.
Yeah. The tether on that is distressingly. Oh, that's the Anthem going on.
Yeah, the Anthem decided that you needed to be hit with a lightning
Yep.
bolt.
This world is volatile and dangerous, and I mean, I kind of enjoy that. Right? This is a world that wants you to be on your
Okay, I've got
toes.
a new trail. We'll need to get to the location I've marked for better reception.
Anything else I should know?
Besides that Arcanists get themselves in trouble by being out here.
About Matthias.
Brilliant and reckless. He has a reputation among the Arcanists. Not a good one.
Having a bad reputation is chapter 1 of the Freelancer's Handbook.
Sorry, overheating a bit. My level 1 suit.
Yep, it happens frequently.
I think the first mods I put on my suit when I got them were the ones that extended flight time by increasing your heat threshold.
Yep, heat sinks are really nice.
Through the thing. Nope. Why am I so bad at video games?
Probably the same reason I'm bad at video games. Oh, I just got the I'll be with you in a minute. I'm being teleported.
Yeah, that.
I was next to you.
I really dislike that because it discourages people from fucking around. And I think the primary draw of these looter shooters,
Look for anything that can help track it
or
down.
at least one of my draws for these style of games, is that they're a pretty casual way to spend time with your friends doing a collaborative task. Which is why I think they make good streaming games, because they honestly don't require a lot of the streamer. Right?
Yeah.
You click on the monsters, you occasionally pull off an interesting combo with your abilities. But you aren't, this isn't like boss sheet or anything, and it doesn't need to be. Right? What it needs to be is something that you can kind of like casually play with your friends.
That guy had a bad time.
Yeah. RIP. Also, this business with the what Jim Sterling called the hot and cold marker.
Oh yeah.
Where you're following your radar to new things.
It needs some work.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you're flying around, that thing will spaz out so much. There's been times where I've flown directly into walls trying to figure out where the marker's telling me to go.
Yep.
This search is taking too long, and it's too quiet.
Oh, more lightning.
But like the flight feels snappy.
The way of the search. Do something. Scavengers are always mucking things up. Destroy any eyes that pop up that can cut off reinforcements.
Eyes need more scars. Got it.
Let me know when you set up a primer, because I have 2 abilities that are detonators. I really wish they did more explaining that the how the primer detonator system worked.
I think my ice might be a primer because I can freeze them.
Okay.
Not yet. Focus on that hive.
Let's find out.
Yeah, a couple of them are frozen.
It doesn't look like it. Let me try.
I might not
repositioning
actually
here.
have a primer set then.
It'll be the abilities with the circles.
Yeah, my ice is a primer.
Okay, weird. My detonator's not hitting me.
I don't have a detonator, but that is a primer.
Okay.
Because I currently just have whatever is like the highest equipped.
Seems sensible for leveling. I feel like my grenade should be comboing off. Ah, okay, that is... I'm used to seeing the yellow combo being displayed, but maybe that's only for self-combos?
I think so.
Okay, that is a combo noise then. Okay. It would be nice to know that, right?
Yeah. Like, it does not explain the combo system at all.
And it...
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because it's a really cool mechanic, right? It was one of the things that Mass Effect Andromeda did really well.
I'm gonna ult the left one.
Okay.
And it's already
this
gone.
one. I think it was Austin Walker who pointed out that the Ranger seems to have has abilities that work when you're flying, but they aren't documented, as if they decided relatively late in development that that was something they didn't want. They didn't want to focus on. Like the apparently the Ranger's ultimate works while you're in like straight up flight, so you can kind of strafe with it.
Oh, nice.
But that isn't described anywhere.
Hear anything else out of Matthias?
Nothing. We just lost the radio signal. We need a signal booster. Wait!
It's also not really explained too much in the game that the storm... I'm right next to you. Why am I being teleported?
Got a bunch of scars.
Frustrating.
Yeah, but the storm, it's not explained very much. It's mentioned like in loading screens, but that's it. That hovering gives storm a defense boost.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a good sign.
So it's, if you're playing as a storm, it's recommended that you try to be in the air.
Looks like they're using gates.
Because you get like a bubble shield around yourself.
Oh, okay.
Which is nice. You are a bit of a target in the air, but you know.
I mean, I guess that's the trade-off.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
You want to be floating, so most things have clear line of sight on you.
Yep.
Right?
It's similar to the issue with the Solar Warlock in D2, where you can be in the air, but you're a target.
Yeah, the what's the exotic? The
Wings of Sacred Dawn.
Yeah, the Korean RPG chess piece.
I've got a location.
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of want to do a test and see how far ahead you can get before it tells me I have to be pulled forward.
Huh. Like, obviously that was a design decision that somebody made. That they were like, presumably somebody tested out what the optimal distance was that they were going to tolerate before, you know, snapping people forward. And there must be a reason for that. I just would really like to know why, what that is.
Yeah, it's very aggressive.
Yeah.
It's part of the... Look where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around. I'm being teleported forward.
Oh, I'm being teleported. Yeah, weird.
We're next to each other. That is ridiculous.
Yeah. It really takes you out, right? It makes you feel like you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
The Arcanist is not at the camp. Wait! I have an idea. That's the radio we were following. The scars were taking it apart. We fixed that. I bet we reach Matthias.
Like, let me see if I can pull this off. I've got my flying ults.
Alright.
What's happening with the scars?
Okay,
Something has them enraged.
that was kind of fun. You can actually strafe with it.
Nice.
Ooh, I need to take a time out to, after this mission, I'm going to need to thank subs, because people have been subbing and I've been neglecting it.
No, that's fine. When you're discussing a game, you can easily get, miss that kind of thing.
Oh, wait, I'm getting feeling back in my face. This is very exciting.
Would you just let me? Oh, damn it! Hang on, we've got company.
Oh, darkness on.
Yes, of course. Just deal with the scars, I'll figure it out.
Ah.
Not crazy about the lightning I have. It's kind of just like that. But, yeah. I like the other one that comes down from the sky better.
Mm.
Oh, damn. We've got a big one.
Oh, we got a big guy. I have a
Okay.
thing for that big guy.
On the big guy? Watch out for the flamethrower.
Oh, and chillax.
And no more big guy.
Hold this.
Okay, I think I got it.
Are you sure?
Mostly sure.
Yeah, being able to see your allies help is something that I think Destiny could learn from.
Mm-hmm. Also, PAL, I know that Prime with ice, detonate with lightning. This lightning doesn't detonate. This isn't the same lightning. The other lightning does detonate. This one does not.
Just hang on. We're coming.
This does make me appreciate how quickly and efficiently Destiny 2 introduced you to the different alien factions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you encounter the Cabal right away in Destiny 2, and they kind of give you, like, a quick primer on who they are, right? They're like, the dialogue goes something like, my ghost has these guys tagged as Red Legion. Right? And they tell you, because the Vanguards are trying to figure out who they are. And then you encounter the Fallen, and they're like, oh, what are these guys? Oh, they're scavengers who worship technology. I'm like, cool, good enough, right? We'll get a bit more on them later, but for now I know what they are. The scars still don't... If I hadn't watched a lore video, I wouldn't know that they're bugs, right?
Yeah, they kind of look just like guys.
Yeah, whereas they're actually kind of interesting. Apparently, somebody's done an interesting bit of world building with them, but I haven't seen it in game.
Oh, is that a chest?
It looks like it.
I think you better hurry.
Those are incredibly rare.
Give me stuff. Give me stuff. I love stuff.
I'm at that tender level where you get rares. It's great. Kind of. It's kind of. Yeah.
Apparently scars are extremely communal insects in that each individual scar that we're seeing is in fact a colonial organism made up of thousands of individual scars. Joining up to their idea is, or the idea with them is that they are they mimic whatever they're near. They try to mimic the dominant organism in their environment. And for these scars, it's humans. So the reason they look like they do is that they are trying to mimic us. Which is neat. That's neat. There's thousands of them making arms and legs and heads. Which, I mean, mechanically you could represent maybe by having them have no weak points.
Yeah.
Right? How do you crit a colonial organism? Sorry, I got distracted wandering around.
More incoming. Watch those hives.
Alright, I made that hive go away.
Also, the way it discusses crits in the armory or the foundry makes me wonder: is it actually? Do they actually have precision damage? No, yeah, they do. So what does the crit mean? Or is it separate from precision damage?
I don't know. Be interesting to find out.
Yeah.
It's very hard to hit anything in its crit spot because of how small the heads are.
Yeah, I assume I'm shooting for the lights, basically. Shoot them in the glowy bits, right?
Yeah.
Shoot them in the glowy bits or the fuel tanks. But the enemies don't really have a strong silhouette, right? I hope I'm using that correctly. But they're kind of lumpy.
Yeah.
And for enemies with wildly different capabilities, they kind of all have a very similar look that makes them difficult to tell apart. Although I guess that, you know, some of them are green, some of them are red.
Yeah. At least for the what are the scorpion things? At least they all have like kind of a unique look. Like there's the regular like spider-looking ones. Then there's the things that have the giant ball that explodes on you.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're at least all very different. These guys all kind of just look like, you know, just like dudes to me.
Yeah. Which is weird because, I mean, I remember Mass Effect 3, again, that video brought it to mind, but even the human enemies in that all looked quite different depending on what their job was, right? You had the guys with shields, you had the normal soldier guys, you had kind of like the upgraded soldier guys, you had the snipers, and then you had the flippy ninjas. Right, and they all looked unique. Even the snipers and the flippy ninjas looked quite different from each other. But there was a video that pointed out that the javelins bear a shocking similarity to the Cerberus enemies in Mass Effect 3. Oh yeah, mailboxing the shield Cerberus guys felt awesome.
Scars have too many ways to add to their numbers if needed.
Foxmar? Uh-oh. We lost Dak. I mean, I suppose I could be playing with a more exciting gun of some kind.
Sorry, had to step away.
Oh, no worries.
How did you make them so mad, Matthias?
I don't know. Never seen them like this.
We got some scar heavies. Could use some help. Look out! Don't know what it is, but it looks dangerous.
Rust Reaver. The thing's name is Rust Reaver.
I don't care what its name is.
I wish the Ranger had a ranged primer.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
As kind of like the Mario suit. The one that's supposed to be kind of good at everything. Also, I've just gotten exploded. I need to find a health pack.
Oh, yeah. I've got big guy's attention for the moment.
Okay. There.
Not
Nope.
for much longer, I don't.
Okay. On my way back.
Yeah, my shield is down.
I need one of you to drop a healing thing.
That's another thing, minor gripe I have, is the healing is sometimes, oh good, I'm about to die. Oh, all the healing dropped in front of the enemies that are killing me.
Yup.
Great. That's right. Hold still, big guy, so I can get crits on that tank on your backside.
The thing just isn't dying. What the hell?
Well, his tanks are on fire, so that's something.
Here, let me go and melee him.
That sounds like a good idea. Oh, well, I'm out of the air.
Oh, sorry.
Gonna need you to put down that shield.
Uh-oh. Let's split up so that one of us can always hit him in the ass.
Alright. I have a thing for him right now, too.
The Scarlet is down. Let's clean up the rest of them now, shall we?
Alright. Bye, grenade. I'll miss you.
Your grenade went off to a better place.
Scar's out of the way. Someone check on Matthias.
Hey, buddy.
I think we're done. Everyone's safe.
These scars. I don't know what to think. Arcanists and scars often clash over Shaper sites, but nothing like this. I must tell Tassin. Please. I need to return to Fort Tarsus.
Why did I do that? Oh, yellow bars are weak to fire and acid, blue to lightning. Okay. Yellow bar is also weak to cold? Okay. That's good to know. I wish the emotes in this screen were... You have to unlock an emote for this screen, right?
Yeah. Like, the entire time I've played, I've seen one person with a different emote.
Yeah, at least unsync them. Which javelin am I going to main? I actually main a ranger on my other character because I wanted to kind of get a sense for what the core mechanics were. I have yet... Everyone... Storm seems very popular.
It is incredibly popular.
And I'm wondering if there's anything in particular that works well with storms.
I rarely see anyone play Colossus. Interceptor and Storm are the two I see the most of.
Yeah, Interceptor seems like a lot of fun. Well, let's go to the forge and upgrade our suit a bit. Oh, also, if you hear anything in the background, any kind of like sawing, hammering, other construction noises, we are having Beej reupholstered. So don't worry about it.
It's about time. Like, we all knew it was coming.
We've really put the decided to put in the effort, put in the time. You know. There we go. A better version of my current pistol.
There we go. I got a detonator, I guess is what it's called.
Ooh.
That I can use.
What was it that Datto said he really liked the blastback heavy pistol, and then there was one of the sniper rifles that he really liked.
Yeah.
Ooh, a 4-round burst AR. Sure, let's give you a shot. The 18 power thing is your pre-order bonus. It is just like a pretty decent marksman rifle. Yeah, I suppose I should be using it, but
it's fine. I am only now getting up to where I'm getting 18 power weapons.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy how it felt, I guess, when I played with it at home. But that was one of my pre-order bonuses. So, okay. Oh, Inferno Grenade. You're a primer. Perfect. Now I have a primer in my grenade and a detonator with my missile launcher. Cool. Neat. I like that mechanic. Let's see here. Increases melee damage by 30 and electric effect by 30%. Javelin armor. Melee weapon damage. Fire damage and max heat capacity. Max, I like that. Thermal regulator. Means I can stay in the air a bit longer. Yeah, and our primer grenade does fire damage. So that seems like a good combo. I like that. I enjoy combo-based gameplay. Right?
Yeah.
My favorite character that I ever played in World of Warcraft was in just vanilla WoW. It was a mage that had, what was it? Did I have 21 frost, 30 fire? No, it must have been 31 fire, 20 frost. But it was this mage that would freeze enemies and then blow them up with fireballs. That's all I want to do. Is I want to set somebody up with a thing and then do another thing that combos with it for massive damage. I enjoy that.
Mm-hmm.
So this is right up my alley. The combo detonator mechanic is perfect. I love it.
Curious to see how well this one combos off, because it's ice and ice, but one's a primer and one's a detonator.
Yeah. Like it was a fun build for a mage because you had was it Scorch? Scorch would put a debuff on an opponent that increased the amount of fire damage they would take, and then you would hit them with frost bolts while keeping Scorch at max stacks until the frost bolts procced a freeze effect, and then you would pyroclasm the enemy, and then they would go away. And that was how I used to play World of Warcraft. Hi, Tarson.
Freelancer.
Thanks for the save.
Tassin.
That trouble was unexpected.
You often hang around outside the walls like that?
Occupational hazard. But this was different. Something's making the scars more violent.
I think it's the Dominion. We think they're back. I'm sure you must know Freelancer Yarrow.
Oh, yeah, there's the bottom of the coffee.
Right. This feels like before the attack on Freemark.
The one that set off the Heart of Rage?
I don't really know the whole story.
I do.
Was it Angry Jay? Angry Joe?
Much of what I am about
the video that you
to
linked in
tell
Discord,
you
Foxmar,
is not
earlier?
well My war
I have linked Angry Joe. I've also
was
linked.
there 10 years ago.
God, I was forgetting his
She
name.
saw it with her own
I liked his reaction to this, which is something that didn't occur to me at the time, to be honest.
Great cities of Bastion.
But I thought his reaction to this was particularly apt.
Prosperous, but most important.
Like, I know Angry Joe's thing is he gets angry at the games, but he also makes a very valid point.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
With the Sentinels, guardians of the walls.
And yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about after seeing this scene.
Chaos of our world. Until one day, the Dominion arrived on their doorstep. Cruel conquerors from the north.
Oh no, bad guys are attacking our bros. I hope all our dudes suit up and fly in and fight them.
would make their
Look,
claim
all our dudes are suiting up to fly out to fight them.
Each group
We're gonna fight with our bros.
to the legendary General Tarsis and her Legion of Dawn.
I'm gonna fly out there and fight with my bros. Better get my mouse and keyboard ready for this huge battle scene I'm gonna be able to do.
Freelancer Adams led the charge as the Enclave leapt to meet the Dominion forces head on. My Johnny says the army was massive. The Dominion was led by
If this was a WoW backstory, you would be able to fight with them. Like, what's that guy in the background?
He came to take the city at any cost.
Like, if this was a WoW story mission,
So
they would throw you into this, and I think that's probably just because World of Warcraft's engine is, very flexible or whatever. And I want to fight here. I want to fight here with a disposable character.
They did well.
Right.
Or put us in with the character as the character who's narrating.
Yeah. Right, like WoW recently has done a lot of things where it's like, let me tell you the story of how I fought the big monster. Right? And then you jump into that person's POV and you fight the big monster, and if you lose, they're like, no, that isn't how the story goes at all. Right? And then you do it over again. But like, this seems like the kind of place where they would be able to set you up with a character who dies canonically. Right? And you would just have like this awesome kind of last stand mission.
Made their last stand outside the city walls.
Like, anytime I see a scene like this in a game where it's like a really epic battle, I'm always like, oh, sure would have been nice to play that.
Yeah. Like, what's this thing? I want to find out what this thing is.
Oh, I've finally progressed far enough in the story to actually fight one of those.
Oh, really? Well, that's good.
Yeah, screw that thing.
Okay.
Screw that thing.
Yeah, like the end of Halo Reach, right?
But now I tell you that deep in the city, Johnny discovered what the Sentinels.
Like, the end of Halo Reach was done so well. Like, the character you played the entire game.
Destroy Freemark.
You're the last in your squad.
An ancient shaper
You've successfully seen all the civilians off the planet.
The Cenotaph.
You're left here alone.
Yeah, and like
you're going to die.
Yeah, you've known going into this that you are not making it out, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, this story is kind of interesting, right? This is where the thing that you were doing at the start of the game started, right?
Yeah.
The Cenotaph. Yeah. Hey, wasn't that the thing that we were going to shut down at the beginning of the game?
Yep. This caused the cataclysm from the beginning of the game.
These are the bad dudes who are going to cause the thing that made all our other dudes explode.
It seems this Dr. Harkin believed he had created a way for the Dominion to use the Cenotaph to control the Anthem of creation itself.
Anytime a villain pulls something out of a box, you know it's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Arrogance. The Anthem will not be controlled. The terrible
nothing good ever comes out of a box.
Yep. That day, destroyed Freemark.
It's a giant USB dongle.
Destroyed the Dominion. Destroyed everything. That cataclysm became the heart of rage. Some survived to tell the story of Freemark, but not many.
Dominion must be back for a reason.
I clearly have more intel to hunt down. Come and find me later.
Yeah, me too. I'll contact you when I have something.
I'll be in the Enclave.
All right, let's go and start the next story mission, because I just kind of want to burn through as much of the story as we can get through here.
Oh, the vanity vendor wanted to talk to you to give you his quest. I still can't believe that to unlock the vanity store, you have to do a quest.
Also, are there two vanity stores?
Yeah, they both sell the same thing. Difference is that one, the lady sells like crafting stuff as her primary thing. But then you can tab over to get the same inventory he has.
It's all good.
The fact that
So I think you can access both from either one.
Name's Prospero.
It's a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah? Why is that?
You understand being a freelancer is more than just a job. It's about pride.
At least his quest is super short.
Pride in your javelin.
Hasn't been much of that lately.
Intolerable. Who wants to charge into a fight looking plain and simple? What kind of statement does that make? Not
Relatable.
when you could fly in looking like steel thunder come to life. A fistful of lightning in one hand.
I mean, I think it's to the game's credit that we want to play more,
colorful.
right?
Is what
Like,
I do.
I haven't looked at a single one of these scenes where a character does something awesome and thought, well, I'm glad I'm not having to endure that gameplay, right? That's kind of, I guess, what you're
Hasn't been any demand.
the minimum bar you're looking to clear.
I'm hoping
Am I the only one that thinks all sewer levels in video games should just be made into cutscenes, so that I don't have to play that?
Yeah.
Someone with the guts to collect it. If you can find some, I'm back in business. We both.
I'll play the rest of the game, but just say if you're going into a sewer, I can just watch that.
What I wanted to hear, you'll need to search for Ember outside the fort. Bring it here and we can start getting this place back on its feet.
Will do.
But I just did speak with Prospero.
Hey, Prospero.
I know you got good news.
All the amber you need.
What I wanted
Oh,
to hear.
apparently we already collected it.
Let's get to business and fire
Oh,
up the fort.
hello, Raiders.
It's time
Hey,
all
the Man
cabins
League's
around
rating.
here got the tender
Welcome.
loving care they deserve.
I'm
Head
playing
on over
Anthem.
to the fort,
It's
and you can
not
start
bad.
crafting. But don't
I don't
forget,
think it deserves all the
when you wanna make a
hyperbolic hate
statement,
it has been getting.
polish that javelin up with a nice coat of pain and thunder.
I think
Come
it's
see me.
fine.
So
It's
you're the
not
Thunder
super
Merchant,
exciting,
Hey,
which is
the
unfortunate.
best freelancers always arrive with a
I think the
bang.
problem
But
is that
first,
BioWare needed a
they
big
buy it
win,
from me. Don't be a stranger.
right? BioWare needed a big win. They needed this game to be awesome. And it's not awesome. It's merely fine.
Yeah.
Speak to Tassin, the other vanity. Oh no, Tassin is the intelligence operative.
I have another job for you.
I'm flattered, but I still don't really know you.
Old habit. I work for Corvus.
Ah, a spy.
My job is to keep tabs on threats to Fort
I'm
Tarsus.
glad other
I have an
people
agent embedded
say
with the
that
regulators
talk
and
about the
smugglers.
Tombs quest
He
as
keeps
well,
the really
because I
dangerous
just saw.
stuff from the
Yeah,
harbor.
that's the
read the
one
name.
thing
But
that I've heard a
reports
lot
said
of
there'd been an
people
incursion
say
of
is
foreign
just
operatives in the area.
a
Who are they?
really,
Like I said
really
before, I'm heading Dominion,
big
which means trouble's coming our way.
interrobang
Big trouble,
on like
if you're right.
I think trouble's
who
your
thought this
idea of
mission was
fun.
okay.
Start by meeting
Yeah,
my
it's
agent
like
at a
okay,
regular
you're
camp.
playing the game, you're going along doing your quest, and you run full on into a brick wall.
I need to put this coffee someplace where I can't reach it because it's not coffee anymore, it's just grit.
Hmm.
This really does feel a lot like D2 at launch. In that, I wish I didn't have to make these excuses, right? The bones are good. The gameplay is fun.
Mhm.
I like hanging out with friends and doing a game. I like doing a game with my friends. I think this could be that game. The problem is, I already have other games that do that.
Yeah.
Tracked mission. Yeah, alright, let's rumble.
Yep.
Also, the UI is really, like...
Yeah, it needs... the UI needs a complete rework.
Yeah. I really feel that it was designed exclusively with controller bumper buttons in mind. Right, so you could glide...
Also, did you know there's a completely separate menu?
The what?
Because I found that out when I got to the Tomb Quest, because there's another menu that I didn't even know about. I use a controller, so I don't know what it is on keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a menu that opens up your journal, challenges, and library, and all that stuff.
Our agent will be there.
Huh.
Undercover. Tassin gave me a picture so we can identify
And
her.
that's kind of important for when you get to the Tomb Quest, because one of the things you have to, that's where you track it.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, it's an entirely different menu that the game never tells you about.
Like, look at this. Look at this. This is awesome. How dare I not be blown away by this game? Because we can actually, like, go out here, right? This isn't just Skybox.
Yeah. If you see that weird thing way in the distance, we could go over there.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. Some kind of tunnel thing.
This is all stuff we can go to. And I look at it and I feel nothing. I feel nothing.
Now, granted, we can't go on top of any of these hills. There's invisible walls along the way, but, you know, we can... Anything in between the hills we can go to.
So what's the latest intel these days on regulators?
Still the same smugglers they've always been. Anything of value is fair game, plus the usual rumors of secret hideouts in the area. They have to keep all that stuff somewhere.
Question is, why would the Dominion be involved?
I hope Tassin's wrong about that. I'm looking forward to being a wartime cipher.
Uh-oh. Overheating. Yeah, I mean, I think
Okay, you're not far from the regulated camp.
this
Should
is
be coming
one
up soon.
game
Keep an
where
eye out. Discussing the edge of Scar territory.
this is a world where the idea that you could have vastly different biomes within a relatively short distance of each other makes total sense, right?
Yeah.
Not to say that this isn't gorgeous, because it is, but that's a bit samey.
We've got trouble. The camp's been overrun. I'm clearing them out.
Hold this. Ah, space monsters. You know what would be cool?
Looks like you've got dead regulators there.
And can you identify
If I could fly around and fight drakes.
Not seeing her.
Yeah.
She'll be alive.
I mean, I guess the opening cinematic kind of shows you why that's a bad idea. They're better at it than you are. It would have been cool. Search for clue. Clue acquired.
Oh, there's some kind of recording there.
Dominion have attacked the camp. I can't reach Tuss. We're looking for the regulator hideout at these coordinates.
Play Storm?
That was Tassin's agent.
Oh, I need to decrypt the coordinates.
I guess I should.
Hang on, Scar's on the move.
Oh, space monsters. No, wait, that's my primer grenade now. No! Chest high wall, you've betrayed me. Yeah, everyone gets mad at me when I force Storm. Come on, make up your mind, chat.
We've been out for blood since we rescued Matthias. You know, Tassin's right. It has to be the Dominion stirring the pot.
Oh, I didn't know they'd appeared behind me. How rude.
Go Hulkbuster? Yeah, that'd be fun too. I kind of like the Mario suit though, just having a lot of different, a lot of flexibility. Ding. All right, I'm gonna set up the big monster here with a combo.
Alright,
buddy.
working on the hive.
Aw, somebody set your stupid crap on fire. Ah. No. Not like this.
too big for me to freeze, I guess. Although when I hit him with ice, it does stop him for a second.
Owen, do you have those coordinates?
Yep, got it. It's not far.
And I'm going to the hideout now.
Okay,
Can't
hold
wait.
on. Let me loot this thing.
Are you sure about this? Taking on the Dominion isn't like fighting a pack of wolven.
When evil people knock on your door, you don't hide. You kick their ass back to whatever hole they crawled out of.
Stop the fire before it spreads.
Port Tarsus cannot become another Freemark.
This must be the regulator hideout.
More dead regulators.
Dominion aren't known for taking prisoners.
Nope. Wrong button. What now, Wolfen? What now? Yeah, I would love an exploration. All I want to do is fly around and explore, and finding out that the free play mode cannot be single player.
Yeah.
Just like,
Hey, smugglers.
Why?
It would seem.
Anything you can
Yeah,
for a price.
like the closest comparison is Patrol in Destiny, where you can load in single player. There are other players, but they're not on your team.
yeah, like I have no problem with other people just flying around and doing stuff. That seems reasonable.
It makes the world feel, open. But yeah, you can't even
Owen,
be
flight
single
controls
player.
are down. What's happening?
Yeah, I'm seeing that. You're in some kind of field. Has to be affecting your suit. I think I see the problem. There's a Dominion shield generator that's suppressing flight capability.
Could explain how they ambushed the regulators. Can you disable it?
Well, I've never dealt with one before. It would take time to override. Best to press on. Careful, they mine the place. That could ruin your day.
Right.
I like that flight is suppressed. I can still hover.
Huh.
So, yeah, screw your flight suppression.
What does it want me to look at? Oh, it wants us to go through here.
Yeah, Owen just said, forget about the flight suppression and just go.
Okay. Right, yes. I should pay attention.
Smugglers are hiding relics.
I know. I'm trying not to jump to conclusions.
Oh, I will. Take a flying leap. It's the wrong Shaper relic in the wrong hands.
Oh, really, game? I can still see Cam. He's not that far ahead of me.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it gives you, like, what is it, 20 seconds?
Yeah, it's 20 seconds to catch up.
And there we are. The Dominion. Yeah, and they've got Tassin's agents. Best lie low.
Give us the relic. We know it's here.
I don't know what you mean.
I mean, I guess my verdict on this game is it's enjoyable. If it's what your friends are playing, this is a hangout game, right? This is not like,
The relics, not for sale.
this is not necessarily the new hotness, but if it's what your friends are playing, I think it's a fine way to spend time with your friends.
Yeah, I would. If your friends are playing it, I would recommend it. Like,
Because
as long as you have someone to play it with.
Fundamentally, that's what these games are, right? They're a hangout.
Yeah.
We found the relic.
A pity for you. Negotiations have concluded.
You bastard.
Oh, well, now this is awkward.
A freelancer. How useless. I fought your kind before, and I put them in the ground. You'll be joining them.
And now we get down to business.
To defeat the... Dude, you're just a person.
Can't believe this. Are we really in a firefight with Dominion?
I am. You're sitting in a chair somewhere.
Like, this is fun, jetpacking around, changing your position.
Not used to having professional soldiers shooting us. Scars, maybe, but not like this.
Well, let's work on both of them.
I didn't say it wasn't exciting. Just be careful.
I need to work on my comboing. And my aim.
Oh, you're not the only one that needs to work on the aim part.
Clear. We did it. But what about Tassin's agent? She's still alive.
Yeah, like, if this is what your friends hang out and do, then I think it's a fine game for that purpose. I mean, I think there may be more mature
I see
games.
it. There's damage from the fight.
Maybe Tassin can make sense of it.
I guess that's the big criticism of Anthem. It doesn't offer a compelling reason for people who are already invested into Warframe or Destiny or The Division. I don't know if people are still playing The Division or not. To jump over and play this instead, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it does do a couple of things quite well. I like the flight a lot. I think that's fun. But it's an immature game. And I think there are games that have mature feature sets that are probably more fun to play.
I don't know, but it involves
Maybe?
relics. That won't end well.
Maybe also they have more going on in them. Like, all of these other games have been out for a lot longer and have more in them.
I think if EA... I mean, what Jim Sterling said is that EA has developed a reputation recently for killing games that are disappointing performers.
Shield generator.
Yeah.
That's trouble. Push them back.
Which doesn't offer people a lot of confidence to buy games if they're not enormously popular off the start, right?
Try to
Because
disable that machine. I have the specs. I think I can override it.
I think that's part of the reason why a lot of people are worried for BioWare right now. It's because it's EA's track record for, how they handle games that don't, make a lot of money right out of the gate.
yeah, like, I mean, I think Andromeda, I would have liked to have played more Andromeda.
Yeah.
Right?
And they got rid of Andromeda pretty quick. Andromeda didn't even have a chance to get its DLC done, finished, and out the door.
Stand in the thing, hordes of enemies attack.
You can fly again. More Dominion coming at you. Oof, pretty serious looking too. Watch yourself.
Is it ult time?
Ooh, it might be.
Well, that was a little too effective. I still have one blast left.
Oh.
Oh, there's one guy here. There we go.
That's the last of them.
I can still catch
I do like the cash register, like, ping noise when your combo clicks off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somebody at BioWare had to... Everyone at BioWare had to have known that this was not the game that they wanted to release. Right?
Like, I fully believe if this game had been allowed more time, it would be a lot better. And not even that much more time. Like, if it came out in September...
Yeah.
With all the content that they've shown on the roadmaps, that are coming out, yeah, it'd be an amazing game.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably still have gripes about the UI though.
Yeah, I don't think the UI is really. I don't think the UI needs more polishing. I think the UI needs to be fixed.
The UI needs an overhaul.
Mm-hmm.
Outside.
I've got a signal we can track. Can't hide from this cipher.
Like, I originally thought this was coming out in September, and then like everyone was like, "Oh no, it comes out now."
Yeah, it's like what, like 2 weeks before Division 2? When does Division 2 come out?
Middle of next month, and I'm gonna go and say I played the beta for Division 2. Was actually impressed.
Really?
Yeah, I played Division 1 when it first came out and was very disappointed, but then came back like a year and a half later and was like, "This is actually good now."
Yeah.
The Division 2's beta seems to be continuing from where Division 2, I mean the Division 1 is at. Like, it's got all the same features that it has at the end. But it's having them at the start of the new game.
So they did what Bungie should have done with Destiny.
Yeah, yes. They're keeping all the things people liked and bringing it over, plus adding new features and a new map and all that. So it's like, oh, nice. What a refreshing change.
Is it just me, or does it look like the Dominion estate? What?
I don't know what they're up to, but it's not happening in our neck of the woods.
I like being able to freeze the turrets.
Talk it out.
Does this look like they dropped by for tea?
Granted, I do still think Division 2's story is going to be absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it didn't inspire yellow bars are vulnerable to what again? Is it fire?
I
want to say it's armor piercing stuff, but I don't know I don't know which my abilities are armor piercing or not. In Mass Effect, fire was generally armor piercing.
I'm not seeing him.
Yellow is ice. Okay.
Maybe this was an ambush. They led us here.
Damn! Time to show them that really large gun.
Uh-oh.
hate these dogs.
Yeah, there's no, I don't think there's loot boxes in this game, like randomized loot boxes. It does have a vanity store.
Hey, watch it! Another one of the Monitor's lieutenants.
Where you can buy in-game currency.
Yeah, the vanity store, you can just actually pick what you want to buy.
Score one for the freelancers.
Which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Congratulations on walking straight into my trap.
Owen? Owen, what's happening?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I like the chromatic aberration.
Obviously more powerful than you. I think it's important to take a measure of one's adversary. And I find you lacking.
Yeah? Ask your lieutenants how they feel. Oh, right. You can't, because I put them down.
Freelancers boast of courage they never have. It's why they're extinct.
I'm alive and well, you son of a...
He's gone. Save your breath. You best head back to the fort. I'll let Tassa know we need to talk.
Yeah, very odd cut on that, the SOB line.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a single ladies victory pose emote.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. So if they're going to be synchronized, I feel that they should be a synchronized, like, some kind of
and they need to loop, too.
Yes.
It's important.
I also love the electric didgeridoo in this track.
Oh,
give me
unlocked
more...
another javelin.
Ooh. Give me more electric didgeridoo in music.
Oh, launch bay matchmaking. We're at that point where they just send you to the launch bay.
Oh, yeah, great. Ooh, secret grenades.
Fancy.
Wow, 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 wow.
It's taking a while to load.
The only Angel X, it's fine. It's 100% fine. My verdict on it is it's an enjoyable enough way to spend some time with friends. I haven't gotten to the end game yet. I've heard the end game is severely lacking. But BioWare says there's stuff coming. Whether EA lets them do that, considering that I've heard sales are disappointing. With a yikes. I don't think we should have to wait for a roadmap for there to be stuff to do in a $90 video game. I'm Canadian, and it's $90. Yeah, I don't think this should have been a game that was released without content. Hey, this dude looks pretty cool. That looks pretty sweet. The Interceptor looks like a rad suit.
I know Lumi really likes it.
Okay. Owen's accent is awesome, right?
I think so.
I can never place the Greater Commonwealth accents.
Huh. My secondary weapon was gone when I came back?
Weird.
And where is my... Some of my weapons are missing.
Weird.
Like the masterwork that you get for the limited edition is gone.
That's weird.
Yeah. I am confused.
Yeah, that's not good at all. Ultimate inscription. Common. Oh, it affects your ultimate. I was like, the ultimate inscription. You mean the last inscription I'll ever need? That seems... It's only level 5.
Oh.
They eventually come back, Stoffern says. Okay, that's okay. Good. I mean, what I've been learning from game releases we've seen in the last several years is that making games seems to be very difficult because it's remarkable when somebody manages to do it. I've heard from a lot of people that it's a miracle anything gets made at all.
There's a glitch when you go to the launch bay. Okay. Well, I'm heading back to the fort. Maybe all my stuff will be there then. Because it also didn't give me the chance to select the new javelin since I unlocked one.
Well, yeah, I've heard Apex Legends like the current discussion around it is that this game is incredible, and it might be so because the publisher didn't try to push it too hard, right?
Yeah.
Apex Legends' success seems to have surprised EA. And maybe they had relatively little input into it. It's also a much smaller game. These games, these persistent online games, are enormous. They've got to be incredibly difficult to make. Especially one that wants to be plot driven like Anthem, right? I'm really wondering if we're approaching some kind of collapse point where making games, huge games like this, simply becomes more like impossibly expensive or impossibly difficult.
I mean, we might already be there. That might be why so many companies are jumping on the live service bandwagon, because it's a way to make money back as they continue to support the game with microtransactions.
Yeah.
Because I've heard EA makes billions off the microtransactions in their sports titles.
Oh yeah, I'd believe it. Like I'd imagine the FIFA must just make bucket loads of money.
Yeah, they're just raking it in.
Yeah, considering the fact that I'm paying the same amount for this game, or less, than I was paying for, like, King's Quest VI when I was a kid, is astonishing. Because this must cost, what, like an order of magnitude more to develop? Counting inflation? 2 orders of 100 times more? 10 times more? Maybe only 50 times as much to develop as those games. Right? But let's see, detonator or primer? Well, I think we can get rid of all of these. One and a half orders of magnitude. Yeah, I mean, like the numbers don't really matter, but like we can do the Fermi approximation, where if the fact that, the number of people developing a game has probably increased by a lot. Just the infrastructure necessary to develop a game that looks like this. It's gorgeous. It probably takes... I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's more expensive to develop this game than it was to develop a game 20 years ago. And the fact that
the development time on this game was 6 years, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in development since 2012, since... Yeah, I guess they picked this up right after Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
Movement's a bit different since the last repairs.
Freelancer, I trust the contract went well.
Hello, dude.
Hey, how'd your last job go?
Smart-looking hair.
You kicked its ass.
That's right, you did. Just got back myself. Damn Titan nearly took my arm off. Always something, huh? Owen stopped by. Wanted to make sure your records were in order. No worries though, a Titan won't stop me from keeping this place organized.
How'd you end up as our record keeper anyway? You don't seem the desk type.
Layers, buddy. We all got him. You want a well-placed shot, or
Yeah, you could set your watch to this man's hair.
We all do our bit for the family,
It's a
right?
smart hairstyle.
So you're the cousin who enjoys paperwork.
And taking on scars.
Keeping things balanced.
That's what I do. The point is, we've got each other's backs.
Also,
It's not
yeah,
like we got
BioWare
anything
game
else
with
in
no romance options. I thought, like, one of the big draws for BioWare games was making out with people.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and in that case, the objectively correct option seems to be, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Matthias, right? That seems...
Yeah, that's
has the fandom converged on Matthias? Is there a fandom?
I don't want to say... You didn't play the beta, did you?
No, no.
Okay, I won't say what happened. I won't continue Matthias' storyline for you then, because it was a beta mission that was like, oh, this would be an interesting romance option then.
Striders to save, relics to silence. You know how it is.
Too bad you can't.
Ah, my new friend. You listened well to my story of Freemark, huh?
Never heard it told like that.
I was long retired. The battle was not mine to fight. But good friends tell me, I was a freelancer for many years. You know what freelancers do?
We deal with things beyond the wall. Problems. We help people.
Truth, but it's not so small as that. We explore, we fight chaos, we save lives. You hear me?
Okay, I hear you.
People could count on us. In this world, a big deal. But that has been lost. People don't trust us. Hard times now. But enough gloom. Got a contract for you. Going to protect some Arcanists doing seismic tests, okay?
Seismic tests?
Yeah, check to see if
a side
Fort
mission.
Tarsus has strong foundation. Don't want it to fall into a hole like last time.
What?
But these tests attract animals. The kind with teeth, you know? You protect one side of the fort, and Freelancer Rife will protect the other. You hear me?
I hear you.
Good. Now go. I'm hungry. No breakfast yet.
And
Owen filled me in on what happened.
You've got a problem out there. Some kind of Dominion heavy.
These people called him the Monitor. We couldn't stop it.
And he was there for a Shaper relic?
Tore the place apart. Your agent wouldn't give in. Right to
I mean,
the end,
somebody in chat earlier compared the Freelancer failure to contain the Heart of Rage, similar to the FEMA failure in New Orleans.
Dominion really have returned.
In force.
Damn.
And if that's the case, then that makes sense, right? If that was the scale of the failure.
Life under Dominion rule isn't
Right,
much
we know a
better.
lot of people died.
They have set their sights on Fort Tarsus.
Right.
At the Heart of Rage.
Well, the fort isn't exactly my idea of living the dream, but it is home, and I'd prefer
An
it to
entire
remain
city was
taser-free.
wiped off the map, essentially.
What can we do?
For now, remain patient. I don't want to make a move until I have more information. In the meantime, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Sentinel Bryn. She's sharp, trustworthy, and could use some assistance. Why don't you help her while I look into the Dominion? I'll be in touch.
Sentinel Rissa Bryn. Fort command.
Sentinel? How can we help?
I actually really enjoy Bryn's characterization as somebody who's,
Come see me
you know,
at my
a
desk.
military
And my
commander,
Plants?
but
Right.
maybe
So,
like,
good.
I
will
guess
see
she's, what's the TV trope? The
Okay,
whoopee?
then.
The
You-
whoopee.
You know, the one who is, the character who's just like, a little overwhelmed by things.
Yeah.
By the way, I finally cleared out the clutter.
She definitely kind of has that feeling like she's in a position that she's not really
Comfortable
sure.
in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's kind of like, I'm supposed to be doing something right now, and I don't know what.
And I guess that's kind of the characterization we get for the Sentinels, is that the Sentinels are, the generic term for a Javelin pilot is a Lancer, right? We are called freelancers because we don't have steady employment, right? We kind of take on contracts. Whereas Sentinels are employed by the government to guard the walls, like guard the cities. They're supposed to be the military.
My savior. And the recent scars
Final show. No, but it's still not giving me the option to unlock my new suit, so I'm just not worrying about it right now.
I'm looking for a lost Arcanist text known as the Elysian Manuscript.
Yeah, we're working in the gig economy.
Members of our order and has been lost for generations.
Or maybe the
Some
Sentinels are
believe that their writings
paramilitary.
Could help us predict the behavior of Shaper instruments. Imagine knowing for relic will create.
Yeah, freelancer is
or scorpions or
it
shatter
referred
you
to
into 1,000
knights
pieces.
originally, I think.
Indeed.
They were
piece of knowledge we can
a
string
freelancer.
together
I
helps.
think is roughly the European equivalent to the Ronin in Japan.
Continue to seek answers beyond this life.
That's probably not. That's not an exact analogy, but it's the same kind of thing. Freelancer was a knight without a feudal lord.
Invisible?
Runes. Yes.
How do I...
Aha! I piqued your curiosity. You'll just have to
you know,
continue on this
maybe
adventure to
maybe
find
somebody
out,
who
won't
could
you?
have afforded a suit of armor and a horse
has
and was
revealed
otherwise,
potential site
you know,
that can answer our
unemployed
questions.
Just point me in the
as
right
much
direction.
as a heavily armed human being can ever really be unemployed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, there. That's a wall. Not. I was like, huh? The textures haven't loaded in. The world's disappeared. No, it's a wall.
Oh, did you see the video I linked earlier in Discord? Anthem glitches.
No, I didn't.
There's a really good one in there where you're walking around the fort and none of the wall textures have loaded in.
Ooh.
It's just sub-oceans everywhere.
Terrifying.
It's amazing.
All right, ready to rumble?
Mm-hmm. Also, apparently, spaghetti people glitches happen in this game, which is another thing I was like, wow.
I could see that. I really want to know what the what your character model actually looks like. I suspect your character model is just hands.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time I load in, I keep hoping that I get the glitch where your javelin has no head. But it hasn't happened to me yet.
Oh, right. I need to do sub notifications. We'll end the stream at 5. We'll stop playing at 5:30, and then I'll do sub notifications and bit thank yous. Sorry, I keep forgetting because typically when I'm here, I'm doing Talking Sim, and at Talking Sim we do it all at the end.
Mm-hmm. Is there a Talking Sim tonight?
There is.
Okay.
Corey and I will be playing Occupy White Walls.
Patching in Arcanist Matthias.
So how did you learn about where we're headed?
From very old field notes. There was something the writer wasn't saying. Something important they didn't write down. I'm certain of it.
So you had a hunch.
A hypothesis.
Right.
What secrets must they hold?
Let's find out.
Here we are. Oh dear. The canopy's quite dense here.
What am I looking for?
A marker of some type. Something other Arcanists could recognize.
The dog flak is getting heavy.
Oh, we've got a lot of doggos to take care of.
Dogs shouldn't be able to fire flak, I feel.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with them having that ability.
And why is it everywhere we have gone has had lightning storms?
Greedy, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sorry, pausing combat to loot.
Yep, go ahead.
Wrong ability.
Yeah, it figures these are frost wyvern, and all of my special abilities right now are ice.
Dope.
Vile creatures.
So, yeah.
Let's find that marker. There. Yes. Unusual design. I've seen this before. It won't trigger without the right stimulus.
Which is what?
A shift in energy. We create a big enough change, the wires detect it, the marker
Meant to time out, but accidentally hit the band dicks.
That
You're loose
shaper
cannon.
voltage across from the marker is made for echoes.
Got it. Let's build a fire.
Okay, get the... I guess we're getting the things again.
Yep, time to collect the glowy bits. I'll try to get ones that are farther away.
Alright.
If I can find them.
Making progress, but we need more echoes.
If I remember correctly on this mission, they're really spread out.
Yeah. Where are you? There you are.
Yeah. Ew, that one was in an egg.
Gross.
Another echo should be close.
Looks like the echo attracted some slimy friends.
Ah, yes. Unpleasant. They're fascinating creatures, but only for... It's working. But the marker will be triggered with a larger shift in energy.
Ah, giant monster.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Oh, it's just... our cruisers can't repel moisture of this magnitude. Oh, it's so gross. Yeah, this radar hunting game is... Not a fan of it. Not a fan. TBPH.
Yeah,
Could
it's
have
one
done
of my
without
least favorite mission types.
Ow. Exploding.
Sounds bad. Maybe not explode.
Working on it. Oh, there you are. Like, I suppose my very short review of Anthem is that it's fine, it's functional. I've been saying this a lot about it, and it's not a very stirring review or, like,
How did you do this work without freelance help?
staggering endorsement of it, but it's fine. If you have friends who are playing it, then it'll be fun.
The Elysian manuscript.
What do you think
And if you
you'll
don't
find
have friends who are playing it, then it's probably not worth the investment, honestly. I could have seen myself playing this game quite a lot, because I have friends who also play it. If I wasn't already pretty heavily... If I didn't already have Destiny kind of fulfilling this game's slot for me, right?
Yeah.
The, I wish this game had been released in 6 months. I would like to be able to play the entirety of this game, instead of having to wait for it to be released. Right, we have to kill the monsters, I think. Don't we?
Yeah, there's another spawner over there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there he is, Elite Scar Hunter.
Ah, okay. Sorry, I didn't know what, which marker I was following.
Let's get those echoes.
Why are they in a cage? That seems pointless.
Like a fishing reel for freelancers.
Oh. Clever. I kind of respect that.
My trend of almost being struck by lightning every time I go somewhere is continuing in this game.
Yeah. It's definitely lightning-y out today.
That's done it. The marker's been triggered.
The Arcanist fire alarm.
Precisely.
Oh, good. These things.
Ah! Monster!
Did I mention I'm not a fan of these guys?
No, I don't like them. They're entirely too tanky for the amount of exploding they can do.
I will say they do have unique silhouettes.
They do. They're immediately recognizable, which I think is important for a an exploding enemy. Where's your? No, it's not there. Oh, gross.
Oh,
that's strange. My I thought it was weird that my zoom had suddenly increased by 1000%, but no, it was just the fact that there was a monster suddenly in my scope.
That would be a great time for my super to come back up.
Oh, right, super.
There it is. That was most of them.
I kind of enjoy that the Anthem provides a reason why monsters spawn, right? That they aren't just spawning out of like an area in the game, in the level that you don't have access to, like monsters coming through a door that you can't travel through, but that they're being dynamically generated by the world in response to the fact that you're fucking with things.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that in some way that a lot of these monsters are appearing because you're disrupting their environment, right? And the Anthem is making them to try to make you not do that anymore. They're like mind worms in Alpha Centauri, if you ever played Alpha Centauri.
So, runes. What are they?
Secret writing. A technique lost and forgotten. I think the key to my work was right in front of me.
You got it?
I did. Oh dear, the energy is starting to fluctuate.
Does that mean hurry?
Yes. That should be enough. But I think I know how to find more of these runes.
You think they'll help?
Yes, I'll explain when we get back to Fort Tarsus, but first, thank you. These runes hold the key to finding the Elysian manuscript. I'm certain.
So I'm going to call the gameplay part of the stream there. Wait, exploded! Ow. There was explosions. I became exploded.
More lightning.
So I'm gonna call the gameplay part of the stream there. Thank you, Foxmar, for joining me and propelling us through that much more easily than we would have otherwise. It is a multiplayer game, so it's very nice to be able to play with friends. And I'm gonna thank subs now.
All right.
The super synchronized post mission thing is
so good. All right, I'll hop out of Discord.
Okay.
Later.
Catch you later. But what's to say about this game? If you want like a super hardcore dunking on review of Anthem, I don't honestly think I can deliver that for you, because I don't think this game really deserves a dunking on. I think it's fine. It's fun. I had fun playing it. I don't resent having played this game. I enjoy flying around. I enjoy doing combos. I enjoy clicking on the monsters because fundamentally, that's all I'm really looking for out of this experience. I don't need a super sophisticated, in-depth, granular experience out of my looter shooters. It's not what I come to them looking for. I want it to reward me for playing well, but I don't necessarily want to have to have the tightest possible gameplay in order to get anything out of the game. I'm not here for the Dark Souls experience, right? I'm not here for the Boshi experience. I've never even played Boshi. I want a game that allows me to click on monsters and do interesting things while I hang out with my friends. And as far as that goes, I think Anthem fulfills those requirements. It checks the boxes that I'm looking for. I wish it was a mature game. I don't think it checks those boxes as well as a mature game, like I'm doing the talking with my hands thing, like Don Cherry. I don't think it does it as well as a mature game like Warframe, like Destiny 2 now, right? I think the combo mechanic definitely gives it a higher ceiling than those games do, or those games have. I think the ability to prime a target and then have one of your buddies blow it up is fun. It rewards coordination in a way that those other looter shooters don't, from what I've seen of them. It's an interesting take. I like that it was something that BioWare took from Mass Effect Andromeda. It has bugs. It needs to be fixed. It needs more content. It definitely needs more content. I don't think it's broken. The UI is bad. I don't like the UI. I don't think I'm alone in saying that. I wish the mechs had more customization options. I want to look cool when I'm doing this. Right? And unfortunately, I think the takeaway from this is that Anthem is going to be great in a year. I hope it gets that year, because I'd really like to see what it does with it. Oh, and Warframe has too many mechanics like that. From what I've heard, I need to actually play Warframe because it sounds like it's fun and it sounds like something I'd enjoy. The barrier to Warframe, I've heard, is that it takes about 100 hours to actually get to play Warframe. Which, that's a lot. That's a big ask. I think BioWare needed a big win. I don't know if this... Unfortunately, I'm not convinced Anthem is the big win that BioWare needed. I think there's stuff to enjoy here, but I want to like this game. I have a reputation as being maybe a bit too credulous, or a bit generous with things, because I'm like, yeah, I can see what they're doing here. I think that's laudable. And that makes me a bit nervous, because I like what BioWare has done traditionally. I like their kind of more lighthearted take on things. I like that their characters are giant dorks. I like that everyone in this game seems like a giant dork. I think that's fun. And to the people saying well, BioWare isn't the same studio it was, all organizations have turnover. Right? That's why you have succession planning. I think BioWare has institutional knowledge that persists despite staff turnover. I hope they get to continue to make games, right? So if your friends are really into Anthem, if they want to play Anthem, Anthem might be a good game for you. Because that's... Like Warhammer 40k, I feel that the looter shooter genre is well suited to the beer and pretzel style of gameplay, where you are not really having to dedicate a whole lot of mental resources to playing the game. You are playing a game while hanging out with your friends. Right? That's why I also tend to stream these games a lot. I stream Destiny 2 a lot on my home stream, because it doesn't ask a lot of me, and I'm able to interact with people while doing it. And like there is a lot to like here. There's a lot of potential here. I think this has the potential to be a good game. I don't think we should have to wait for it to be a good game. I wish we weren't going to have to wait several weeks to several months for the content that I think this game should be offering out of the box. I'm not going to say like it should be, you know, I don't think it needs like 3 raids or whatever. Yeah. But it should have endgame content that's not just like 3 strikes or 3 dungeons. But actually, Angry Optimist, that's not a bad comment. These games aren't hard to make, and frankly, getting this close is not bad. The most damning thing I can say about Anthem is that it is mediocre. It has a lot of potential, and I hope it gets to realize that potential, but right now it's not there. That being said, let's get to subs. Yeah, and I think we can look at other looter shooters and see that they have all had tremendous difficulties out of the gate. Right? Destiny 2, The Division, Warframe, from what I've heard. I mean, going back, Borderlands? Was Borderlands good when it started? Diablo 3? Right? Like, it took all of those games a long time to get good. Right? And what is frustrating is that BioWare should have been able to look at those games and think and recognize where they had difficulties and what they needed to have, right? Sorry, I've said I'm going to get to thanking subs about 3 times and then been like, but then another thing. And I need to stop doing that. Let's thank all the people who made this stream possible. Oh, there's a lot of you. Changeling Druid, brand new sub. Zed Arthin, also a brand new sub. Not a Real Artist, resub for the 3rd month. The POV42 resub for the 55th month, saying, Cameron, are you okay? Uh-oh. I got feeling back. Yeah, that filling is starting to ache a little bit. Moth Prophet, if you weren't here for the start of the stream, I had a dentist appointment where I got a filling, and it was mega droopy on the left side of my face. But now that's worn off, and it's starting to just be a little tender. Moth Prophet Echo resub for the 14th month. Anthem, more like Anthnum. I'm sorry. Not bad. Prophet XO5 is resub for the 13th month. A happy 13 months to Lure Streams. Commander Rod 87 gave us 500 bits. Kinslayer 6788 resub for the 21st month, saying woot woot Anthem. I've heard it's okay. Precisely. Weslafon is a brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for deciding to support us. A Clone Pickle, brand new sub. I feel that you've subbed before, a Clone Pickle. The Nerd Wonder is resub for the 14th month. If you haven't, sorry. Thank you. Welcome. Nerd Wonder resub for the 14th month. Field of Grass resub for the 26th month. Lieutenant Moron has just subbed. Evil Clock has resub for the 27th month. Final Show Films has come back for the 62nd month. Yay, Anthem. I've been enjoying it. Hope you do too. It's fun. E-Block gave us 400 bits, saying, sweet, I was just thinking about buying this game and seeing it on Newday Tewsday helps a lot. If you don't mind me asking, what are you playing tonight on Talking Sim? Heart you, Cameron. Corey and I will be playing Occupy White Walls. Broken Golem resub for the 28th month. A 28-sided polygon is called an Isosekai Octagon. Icosakai Octagon. Good to know. Aitsu 100 resub for the 2nd month, saying, oh no, not Lieutenant Imity. Jonatastic has resub for the 4th month. Tangled Pixie for the 24th month. Happy 2 years. Pondering Elephant, resub for the 66th month, saying, woo. Stop Me If You've Heard This One, resub for the 18th month. Does Cam have a personal anthem? A canthem? Canthem? What would my personal anthem be? What is it called now? An Eagle in Your Mind by Boards of Canada. That would be my personal anthem. Jesus38, resub for the 11th month. I'm glad I came in when I did. I'm all about that objective analyzing that Cam does. Oh, well, thank you. Cuddle Branch is a brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for deciding to support us. Sprunderscore for the 26th month. Commander Rudd 87 with 200 additional bits. Much appreciated. Echo Broser has just subbed as well. Thank you. Welcome. Barber Black Sheep resub for the 17th month. Time to see that brand new Destiny killer. Brightstorm Rising resub for the 24th month. Happy 2 years. The Ox resub for the 41st month. Hey, look, a whole new set of space and or wizard chores. Pills 753 has resub for the 23rd month. Red Shoes Jeff resub for the 13th month. Something Bad Luck. The Grolin resub for the 18th month. Holy crap, 18 months? Where's the time gone? General Purpose is a brand new subscriber. Welcome, General. The Mangled Pixel resub for the 66th month. 66 is a spheric, triangular, hexagonal, and semi-meandric number. Neat. Herf resub for the 8th month. Mr. SVCD resub for the 12th month. Happy 1 year. Time to Fry resub for the 3rd month. Wait a minute. This isn't Destiny, Warframe, Mass Effect, etc. Zoachi. I'm sorry for mutilating your name. Hooray for 6 months. It's been a great time. Thank you for that 6-month resub. Scratch Monkey resub for the 7th month. Yippee-ki-yay, melon farmers. Cringix has just subbed. Welcome to the channel. Feline Family Gaming resub for the 12th month. 1 year. Has it been that long already? Also, 2 more months until Victoria trip. Oh, cool. Well, I hope you enjoy your trip. John C. is resub for the 62nd month. Busy with the demo project, so can barely play Anthem. Gotta watch you play instead. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, wow. Axair123 gifted 5 subs to Shadow Ace Zero, Kinogami, Cinemo, Superformances 1, and Omniwyvern. Ghost Valve resub for the 10th month. Wonderful Glory resub for the 43rd month, saying, "The video games, they do nothing." Squickster resub for the 21st month, saying, "Yay, it's Cam." Mirk resub for the 51st month, saying, "Cheers." That Guy 575 resub for the 20th month. The King Wiggins resub for the 3rd month, saying, "Finally able to catch Cam." Yay. Canoe Crasher is a brand new sub. Welcome. Wellbot1 has resub for the 13th month. And Unusually Large Moth has resub for the 7th month, saying, "I like Cameron." Well, somebody has to. Yeah. I'll be back in about 15 minutes with Corey for Talking Simulator. If you missed it, we were playing Occupy White Walls. Oh, Canoe Crash, 20 months. I'm sorry. The notifier must have messed that up. Yeah. I hope Anthem gets its content. I want to see it succeed. I want to see BioWare chalk up a win. I would like to play what this game wants to be. I would like to see what this game has the potential to be. I don't think I should have to wait for it. It would be nice if it launched as the game it could be. But I think it's got good bones, as I said. I hope I get to play that game at some point. Anyway, have a good one, everyone, and we'll catch you on the flip side.